This is what happens when you run this command on a Linux machine. Hello? Is there anyone here? No, because you just destroyed the entire operating system on the machine you're using. So what exactly does this command actually do? The command starts with an rm command, which is a remove command. This command will remove any item that comes after the command. -r stands for recursive, and you include this -r flag in the command when you want to delete a folder and all of their subdirectories. F in this command stands for force, because this is a command that does not want to be executed by your machine. So you have to include a -f to force the command to happen. And lastly, we have just a slash, and this is where you would include the file path to the directory or the file that you're trying to delete. In this case, the slash is just the root of the file system. So where everything else is contained within, at the very base is the slash. So when we're running this command, we are asking our system to rm or delete the root file system, which contains everything else in the Linux operating system. And there is actually a secret extra flag that we have to add to this command for it to actually execute. And that is -no-preserve-root, because your system does not want you deleting its entire operating system. It wants to preserve itself, and it wants to make sure that you're not making a mistake. So if you really want to delete the entire directory and file system, you do have to include this -no-preserve-root, assuming that you are already using root privileges or the sudo command before all of this. And well, there is a surprising amount of people who have accidentally deleted their entire system with this command. Like this programmer who posted, "I was too lazy to select all files in a directory and instead wanted to rm-rf/*. After some debate and logging the path, it looks like this should be fine." It wasn't. Or this guy who got tricked into running this command by a quote-unquote friend and now is screwed. And there's plenty more Reddit posts just like this, showcasing that this is actually something people do accidentally run on their machine. After screwing around with this myself, I realized that I still had access to my command line interface even after I had deleted my entire operating system. And I was wondering, why do I still have access to this? Why can I still type in things and get a not found back? Shouldn't it just be totally blank? I discovered the reason for this was because that command only destroys all files on the hard disk, and there's still a bash shell that's running in the RAM or computer's memory that allows you to still have some very, very basic functionality. So what can you still do after you've completely destroyed your operating system? You can run a few simple commands such as echo. You can type in echo whatever and it will actually echo that back to you in the bash shell. You could also run the history command to see the history of commands ran or attempted to have run in the bash shell. However, access to this simple shell is a very short-lived occurrence. Because this lives in your memory, the next time you restart your machine, you will lose access to this bash shell. So now you know, never run this command.